Okay, so guys, welcome back. We are live once again. I guess this is my second hour for the day. Welcome to the second hour. And welcome to my live stream. And as always, the music playing in the background is welcome to the show. There's a reason why I'm using that. It sounds nice. It's not perfect, but it sounds nice, and it kind of matches I guess, the tone of the show, if you can call it a show. Okay, the music, there you go. Kevin MacLeod, welcome to the show. Licensed under Creative Commons 4.0. You can download it for free at incompetech.com, as well as a lot. I'm telling you, there's a lot of music in that website that you can download and use in anything that you're doing. If you need music, maybe you are developing a game and you need the music for your game, you can get, or you will find music that you can use at incompetech.com. Also, I was not paid to promote or even mention it. I guess it's my way of attributing or crediting the creator of the music, which is Kevin MacLeod. Also, it says there on the thumbnail, LGBTQ plus gamers exist. Yes, they do. They do exist. It's weird that the ones saying that they don't exist are the LGBTQ plus themselves. But they do exist. And because they do exist, they do require games made for them. And guess what? Dustborn was made for them. Concord was made for them. What else? I guess there's a few that were made for them. I just couldn't remember. But you'll find a lot of LGBTQ plus games in Steam. You just go to the category or tag LGBTQ plus and you'll find all of them. The latest one is, at least the most recent one, is Dragon Age the Veilguard. They do need their own games. And I'm happy that game publishers are making games for them. The problem is they need to scale back the costs. Also, they need to market it properly and not market the game or promote the game as something for everyone, because it's obviously not. Doing that will just result in backlashes. A lot of them from, I guess, the general gaming audience. The general gaming audience, or any general audience, doesn't like getting lied to. If you are selling them a chocolate cake, it must be a chocolate cake. It mustn't be a chocolate cake with vanilla inside. Now, if you say that it's a chocolate cake with vanilla inside, there you go. No problem at all. Those who don't want vanilla in their chocolate cake will just ignore it and not buy it. The same with games. If the game is for the woke audience, for the modern audience, for the LGBTQ plus audience, you market it and label it as such so that you will avoid backlash. And because it's not the majority, you'll need to scale down the cost if you want to make it profitable. Again, a business A business is made to make profits. If the business is not making profit, it's not functioning as intended. It's failing. Anyway, let's go check out more of what's happening in the gaming space. What do we have here? Look at that. The Axonar video from Rob Burnett is still up there. And the new ones are this one from Melanie Mac. Everyone's favorite tattooed Christian. Again, there's nothing wrong with having tattoos. Nothing wrong at all. There's nothing wrong if you are LGBTQ+. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong if you're trans. There's nothing wrong with it. And there's also nothing wrong if you are... Wait. The problem is the other groups see it as a problem. That is what is wrong. Okay? That is, if you see the other group as a problem, that is what I would call a wrong thing to even think about. It's actually wrong think. Okay, let's go check this one out. Dragon Age, the Veilguard failed with low sales, according to Melanie Mac. Well, I already know about this because of Endymion's video earlier. But why not? Let's go check out what Melanie Mac has to say about the Dragon Age, the Veilguard failing. Again, we don't want games to fail, you know? But sometimes, because they're trying to lie to you, because they're lying, they're condescending, they are blaming the customers for their failure and incompetence. Sometimes you just can't help it.
Despite what the woke activists want you to think, Dragon Age the Veilguard has ultimately failed. We're approaching a week after launch, and the numbers definitely didn't peak where they needed to, and the sales definitely aren't where they need to be. Now, what is this?
What is wrong with your hair, Melanie? You forgot to comb your hair today.
The game is a success if it brings in profit. That's a success. For some reason, the cope is real with these.
Again, the problem is...
But wait.
They did not scale the costs.
Wait.
Obviously, during development, they know that the game is for the LGBTQ+ community or gamers.
2 on the day of launch, which
so if you know that in advance,
but
and you know that's not the majority of the audience or the customers, you'll need to scale down your costs. I'm not saying not to make games for the LGBTQ+ gamers, because they do exist. It's just that
brought in massive profit. Hey,
you need to face reality and scale down your costs if you want to make it profitable. Imagine if this game was made for $10 million US.
And that's why ultimately
there you go. It would have been profitable.
Crystal Dynamics will eventually be out of a job and close down altogether if they can't make changes to bring in profit. Right now, the classic stuff is bringing in profit, and they don't even have anything to do with it. But I digress. I've got a ton of Tomb Raider videos if you want me to talk about Tomb Raider. But with Dragon Age Veilguard, it needed to bring in profit. It was in development hell for a while. People are estimating the cost into the game was at least $200 million.
200? I thought it was like 100. Ah, come on. Now it's just
for the numbers that it definitely did peak at.
It was a loss. It was a big loss. Now it's a massive loss if it's 200 or even 300. Again, you need to scale down your costs when you're developing a game for a specific niche, a specific group
they've been out for over a year.
There's nothing wrong with making games for a specific group. You just need to scale down your costs.
Stardew Valley is massive success. And mad props for that. But anyway, so we have Endymion here who talks about a source that he has who works in a retail space and showed him the pre-order numbers. So he says pre-orders got canceled for Dragon Age of Veilguard in the last few days. This is from a major retail store with over 900 locations in America. Veilguard pre-orders versus cancellations by platform. So the deluxe Xbox versions, 695 pre-orders, 108 canceled. Normal Xbox copy, 885 pre-orders, 128 canceled. Deluxe PS5 versions, 1,872 pre-orders, 254 canceled. And, excuse me, normal PS5 versions, 3,341 pre-orders with 466 copies canceled. So around a 14 to 15% of each version of Veilguard was canceled in the last few days by customers across these 900 stores within America alone. My guess is they saw the gameplay, they saw the cringe cutscenes, they saw this thing. They were like, no, thank you.
Also, there's nothing wrong with having ugly characters.
500,000 copies, closer to 200.
Just don't be surprised if
definitely not the numbers.
It's not popular.
Do what you will with this info, but here you go. The Source's store specifically only sold 3 copies of Veilguard since release. He also said, I should reiterate for anyone that these are physical pre-orders, but I'm told the total with physical and digital is it was nowhere near even 500,000 pre-orders before release. I'm telling you, they need to be selling in the millions in order for them to recoup the cost. They need to be selling in the millions at full price. So
even if they sell 1 million copies, it will still be a loss.
We even made
$60 multiplied by 1 million, that's like 60 million. If the budget is actually 200, that is a massive loss.
Sake of it, we want to see the video game industry get back to its prior glory and actually make games that are fun and that aren't inserting these demonic ideologies and woke ideologies into them, as we've been seeing.
There's nothing wrong with inserting demonic, woke, LGBTQ plus or trans ideologies in a game. Again, it just must be labeled and communicated properly. When you're promoting it, you must tell the audience this game will have this ideology, and it's mostly for this particular group of gamers.
Here we have a tweet from yesterday.
So there you go.
Couldn't break 100,000 players on Steam in its debut.
There won't be any backlash. I guess there will be complaints because they will complain that why are you not making games for us anymore?
Good numbers. Now let's watch this.
Mother was hard on you.
Dude, this is degenerate. And this is the thing, is the people they're pandering to is a lot of people who are into...
Again, it may be degenerate to you and to me,
transgender ideology,
but maybe it's perfectly okay to them.
In that.
Because, people, different groups of people, different
you just have
kinds of people, they have different, I guess you can say, different morals, okay? That's just how real life works.
Picturing who
no two person is the same.
They want to fornicate as weird and as gross as possible. Hence why even Baldur's Gate 3 with that bear scene, just perverted. So these are gross. I don't like games that even have options for this stuff. I think it's disgusting. You can have relationship systems in a game like Fire Emblem or even something like Harvest Moon that doesn't make things perverted. And I much prefer that. I'm not playing a game. I'm not going to play a fornicator simulator. I think that's disgusting. But anyway.
Sounds like your mother was hard on you. Nah. I think your fingers are just perfect. Yeah.
Oh my freaking goodness. Why?
Really thought that far ahead.
Why?
Quick, think about us having sex.
Look how
There you go, guys.
I'm struggling even.
If you find this uncomfortable, you can see it's not a game for you. Of course, the target audience loves this.
Look at that.
Okay. That's why it's in there. There's a reason why this scene is in there. The target audience obviously loves this.
It's cash lock.
You, me, and a lot of other gamers, we don't want to see this. We don't like this.
Think about him for
It's something you do in private.
Do that with
But again, we're not the target audience. And it's okay. It's okay because it's not for us.
lesbian type characters, then they give them the most insufferable personalities
It's serious.
and dialogue and a way of
Like you want
talking.
to grab that and taste its neck
Just real snarky, like, yeah, real smug.
right by the collarbone. So which is it?
Gross. It's just disgusting. It is
Yeah, sure, it's disgusting, but again, the target audience loves this.
disgusting. It's so gross.
They wouldn't put it in the game if
Is
the target audience will not like it.
reason that we just saw why this game is failing. So regardless of what the activists want to tell you or they want
The reason why it's failing is because they try to market it as a game for the general audience, which is not.
to be making DLC for this
That is why it's failing. Also, the cost.
to
The cost. They did not scale down the cost.
to
They spent money on it knowing that it's not a game for the general audience.
but seriously, can it be this bad?
They can only blame themselves. So in the future, they should learn from this. You know what? We want to make Mass Effect for the LGBTQ gamers as well.
Today,
But we can't put in 100 million. Okay, we are going to we're going to tap out at maybe 10 million, so that based on the numbers we got from the Veilguard, we will make money if
No.
the cost is scaled down to 10 million.
Worst thing is, none of these dialogues are things that I've even encountered.
Okay, the reason why I went back is because I forgot to like it. Okay, let's go like Miss Melanie. It looks like I'm not subscribed. Okay, let's go subscribe to Melanie. I'm not a fan of tattoos, but hey, it's okay. Not everyone is into body art, I guess you can call it body art. There's nothing wrong with having tattoos. Again, the same as there's nothing wrong in having games for the LGBTQ plus community. There is absolutely nothing wrong. If you think it's wrong, then guess what? You're wrong. You are wrong, my friend. The thing that is wrong, as I've said earlier, is marketing the game for the general audience when it's not. That is wrong. And it needs to be corrected. Okay, so I'm not sure if I've seen the Asmongold videos. I'm just going to move forward.
A compilation of the
Let's see here. There's no like. I guess I haven't seen this. This is a 19-minute video. Title is Dragon Age: The Veilguard is even more ridiculous. Again, we think of it as ridiculous. Guys, okay, come on, do some thinking. You're not woke, you're not an LGBTQ plus, you're not trans. Obviously, using common sense, you and I would think that this is ridiculous. But, big but, for the target audience, this is not. This is perfectly fine. It's not ridiculous at all for the target audience. For us, it's ridiculous. For the target audience, it's not ridiculous. It's just perspective based on who who you are and how you identify us. It's all perspective. But of course, we need to, still check it out because it's fun. It's fun. I'm not saying that you go, guys, you go and play the game. It's just that it's fun. Seeing the reactions from a game made for the LGBTQ plus gamers.
Best Dragon Age Veilguard dialogues? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. You know what the worst thing is? None of these dialogues are things that I've even encountered. Here we go.
Armada Special. It's what the pirates eat when they come to port.
This is too rich for me. Perhaps you could prepare some vegetables.
Fine. Here, vegetables. So, I'm non-binary.
What does that mean?
I had big fingers. That means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
If you are neither a man nor a woman, then what are you?
I'm a dragon slayer. Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going
This isn't AI, right? Like, I don't want to get fooled if this is like some like AI thing. It's in the game. Okay.
What are you saying, Asmongold? It's not AI. You can see the text down there.
Criticized your dress or your manners.
It isn't!
He can't believe it that now he's trying to justify it
Under the Cune,
that it's AI, but it's not.
at birth was a Cunithlock. Perhaps you are like that.
Why do you have to keep picking at it? Why can't you just be happy for me?
Evatosh, Chakra Toebra.
So I'm supposed to struggle with who I am? Even if I don't feel like I fit, even if I feel wrong?
No.
It's so cringe, my goodness.
Then say it better! Why am I never enough for you?
I will go. Thank you.
When did it become acceptable to make video games a platform for you to trauma dump with your relationship about your parents? This is amazing. Like,
Again, it's perfectly fine, Asmongold. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that you and I are not the target audience. That's why I keep saying that high fantasy RPG is not the genre, the game genre where you inject your beliefs and ideology. Maybe you can because of the audience, because of those playing the game.
Feel like a part of you? Or
Call of Duty, there you go. That is the perfect game
inside you?
to try and indoctrinate gamers.
How?
Because it doesn't have long narratives like this.
Something else in me. It's me. But it's not me. You know?
So, what's this about?
I got you a thing.
Oh, Tosh, it's gorgeous. The stitching.
Yeah, because I appreciate your skills. At archery.
I get more embarrassed watching this than I did watching Scott's Tots. I could watch Ninja's New Year's Eve party on repeat for an hour and cringe less than this. This is amazing. How is this possible?
Well, it's possible because someone made it.
You're really nice. And, you smell good.
Oh, thank you.
That is so creepy.
What's so crazy about that is that if that was in real life and a guy was saying that to a girl, and
It's creepy. But remember, Asmongold,
he had a
the
fedora,
character is not a guy.
people would want him canceled.
It's not even a gal. It's not a guy. It's not a gal.
Like,
It's a.
hello, HR?
It's an object. So, if you're an object, you can say anything because you're an object.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure objects don't have morals. They don't have ethics. They don't have feelings.
Please get there faster, Harding.
Oh. Hey, Tosh. Do you want to come with...
Because of your friendship with both Harding and Tosh have begun a relationship.
me to break this in?
Yeah. Like, now?
Of course now.
Oh, good. Let's go.
Okay, the stomach I get, but did it really have?
Hey, who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
I wonder if these...
This is a good game to play and stream if you're a content creator. That is not the target audience. Because your viewers will enjoy your reaction.
Will ever do. Like, all of the things that people accuse me of, this is actually doing it 1,000 times worse. It's actually crazy. Like, cause it, like, so pretty much like a 1-to-1 comparison for this would be like that golem from Dragon Age. It was it Inquisition or Origins, right? Cause it's like kind of a character that's like in some ways similar to this character. This is unbelievable.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well, I don't know what.
It's fine.
No, they're your favorite.
Say you're sorry some more. That'll fix it.
No, you're right. I'm pulling a barv. 1.
Wait, this happens twice?
Again, the misgendering thing, you can weaponize it and turn it back at them.
Oh my god.
All these rules, again guys, all these rules that are getting implemented and getting forced to the general populace, you can comply to them and you can weaponize it and turn it back at them. Because there are no actual regulations. You can just claim that someone is misgendering you by just claiming that you are getting misgendered.
You gave it a 6? Yeah, I didn't see this part. You know what I do with the cutscenes? I skip them. I don't even know who this bitch is. Yeah, I just wanted to level up the warrior and see if I could do something cool with like being able to do a lot of damage. Like I actually restarted the game on hard mode because like anytime that I beat a game that's not on hard mode, I feel like I didn't beat the game. So I restarted it and I've been playing it off stream. And I don't even look at the cutscenes. I don't even look at the cutscenes at all. I have no idea what happens. Don't care. Hard or not. Oh, the hardest mode. The hardest hard mode. You still gave it a 6? Yeah. No, I mean, like, I think it's a 6 game. Right? I mean, like, there's, like, hours of dialogue and, like, cutscenes, probably. And, like, yeah, a little bit of it is cringe. I mean, basically, like, dialogue and story in a game matter a lot, but they're not the they're not really the reason why I play video games. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but like I think this is stupid and cringe. And
role-playing games is not Asmongold's genre. He likes Souls-like games
for this reason, like
where the narrative is, I guess, secondary.
Want to play the game or not?
But then again, I guess you can say the same to this one.
2, 3.
Hey, you're weird? Yeah, that's just me.
Tosh, wait!
Okay.
Today, we claim our true strength by right of fire.
Come up!
Oh, gotcha, bitch!
Avatosh, little dragon. I am Ottershock, the Dragon King.
I like this guy. This guy's cool. I'm sure he's gonna die.
If you follow the bait.
You are wrong, Atashak. Chakra Toebra is not an order to struggle against what you are. It is a reminder that through struggle you find what you are. And you have never done so. Evatash has. They are stronger than you will ever be.
I love the narrative about how, like, somebody who gets mad about eating cheese sticks has struggled more than this barbarian warlord who's probably killed hundreds of people, because some people might not immediately know what gender they are. Like, it's just like this is like trauma dumping in video game form. It's insane. Yeah. What?
Rook, you will keep them safe.
Chakra Toebra.
Tama!
I am Ottershock, the Dragon King.
So, I'm non-binary.
You're like me.
I am nothing like you.
I'm a dragon slayer.
Avatosh, the air has been running from the storm all afternoon. You came just in time for it.
I think that I saw this one.
There are others here as well, up the beach.
Yeah, it's okay. We came to meet them.
Rivani with one of their seers.
How did this get approved? Because, like, this guy's so cool. This guy's, like... What the fuck? Like, how do you go from that to this?
They asked how I was. They asked if I would like to come with them and teach about the weather.
You know what's funny? I feel like, yeah.
What did you mean the air is running away from the storm?
We think of air as being nothing, but if you have felt a driving wind, you know it has weight. On a calm, sunny day, the air rests on you like a warm, thick blanket. When a storm is coming, the air pushes on you less. We say that it is afraid, running from the storm.
You can feel the difference in the air.
Some of us use tools to measure it. Some of us can feel it in old aches, or the way your body knows the sun is rising.
A lot of Canary are nervous around mages. You gonna be okay with that?
The people of Rivane are not plagued by demons. Their seers protect them. It is not the same as being under the Q, but it will be all right. And I think staying here would make me sad, now that Shathan is gone.
Yeah.
It's the, I think it's the modernized dialogue that really just sounds so fucking bad. Like,
your mother's horn.
Maybe.
Like,
maybe this was like translated to modern English. there is an actual dialogue somewhere, and they just released the version of the game that has modern English translation.
Ravani wear their stories.
She would like it.
She'd be so pissed.
She would. But she would be proud of you.
Hey, before we go, I brought food. It's probably not as good as she makes it.
Thank you, Evatash. I will eat the fruit.
We went there to save her.
She never did make it easy.
No shit. Shokra Toebra. What kind of last words are those for someone you're supposed to care about?
She also said you were stronger than the Dragon King.
And then I misunderstood the Kunari crap. Like always.
Oh my god.
We never got to yell it out. We never get to fix it. It's a bit of her horn. I cut it off when I left her. I should do something with it. Ravani would wear it as jewelry, but she hated when I acted Ravani. Kunari would graft the horn to their own, but she didn't want me to stay in the Qun. What would make her happy? Here, vegetables.
Oh my god. Wow. That was the longest 8-minute video I've ever seen. That actually hurt me. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Come on, guys. Come on, Asmon. You're just overreacting. It's fine.
One character. You know, like, it's just, it's... This is shocking. Like, how could you put something like this out? I mean, here, vegetables, so I'm non-binary? It's just... It's so unbelievably realistic how the non-binary character gets angry at shit for no reason. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This type of representation is actually so damaging. And I wonder when they're going to realize that. You should get banned? This is literally self-harm.
They do know about it. If they didn't, they wouldn't put that in the game. They know. But that is what they want. That is what they want to see, basically.
I think that it was probably like a toxic positivity type thing. Tash notes, trans means was other gender. They changed. Wait, no. Trans woman is woman. Not feeling right in body dysphoria. Whole big thing. Could be feel like want be guy instead of... Also gender fluid. Can switch pronouns. Don't think that's... Oh my god. Oh my... Oh god. This is amazing. I
imagine someone overhauling the game for the general gaming audience.
Well, let me look and
I bet you that is gonna be popular.
How many people did it have? It didn't even hit 90,000 people. I thought there was a good chance that it would hit 100K. I thought the game was good enough to hit 100K, but I guess a lot of people disagreed with me. Apparently, my opinion, bad take, apparently. So yeah, it's all downhill from here. Well, if the game is peaking at 21 and it's already at 19 and it's only at 62,000, there's a good chance this game won't even hit 70,000 today. I think in probably a week or two, it's going to be, it's dead. It's a dead game, and I know it's a single-player game, so it's like, of course, that's what happens with every single-player game. But man, man, I don't know what to say, guys. Put the fries in the bag? Yeah, somebody needed to. I wish that they had been doing that instead of writing. This is unbelievable.
Okay, so that was the Veilguard is even more ridiculous. Again, guys, it's only ridiculous because we are not the target audience. It's like I'm trying to make an analogy. Couldn't think of anything. Okay, so let's see here. What do we have here? Let's go to the tag itself. Dragon Age the Veilguard. Maybe we'll see something. One hour ago from Farah. Let's go check this out. BioWare abandons Dragon Age Veilguard. No DLC or expansions. Really? Does that mean it was abandoned? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe because they already spent a good amount of money on it, and they already know that they're not getting their money back. Yeah, that is not surprising. That happened because they spent money on a niche game. Well, it's not a niche game, but they targeted a niche audience. That's the problem. A game for the general audience, but they turned it around, they made changes to it and made it a game for just a small audience. Well, when I say small, there are still like a lot of them, even millions of them, out there playing games. But compared to the general gaming audience, it's what, 1 to 10% of the entire thing, whatever that entire thing is.
Dragon Age the Veilguard has been getting absolutely roasted by the internet, from gamers to individuals who've simply seen the viral clips, and now we're hearing a report that says the Veilguard will not have any DLC or expansions, as BioWare is basically dropping—
There you go, BioWare, dear BioWare.
A few different things to show.
You said that you're now focused on Mass Effect 5. Again, I have no problems whether you make the game for the woke audience, for the modern audience, for the LGBTQ plus audience.
Companies right now,
there's nothing wrong with that.
In quite the—
okay, I just want to, if you want to make money from it, make a profit, scale down the costs.
And why?
Okay, scale down the costs, and try not to market it to the general audience, because you'll receive a lot of backlash. You need to learn. You need to learn from experience, like what happened in the Veilguard. You spent money on its development, even though you know it's targeted to a small section of the
of course, we all
gaming community.
Was most likely going to be the game they worked on after Veilguard, but one just instantly would assume that they wouldn't have dropped Veilguard so quickly, that they would have wanted to put out extra content for it, because they have in the past. I mean, just looking at Dragon Age Inquisition alone, look at how much DLC they put out. They put out 6 different rounds. You'd think that they would have had a lot more confidence in this title, and that they would maybe even already be developing DLC. They would have already had a roadmap internally, but
Vara, it's understandable because they're not going to make money from this one.
Smashing 6.
Developing a DLC, of course, that will cost additional money, which I
player counts.
Well, if you're running a business, you don't want to lose money. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, even the Steam numbers haven't been particularly great. As you can see, over release weekend, it peaked at 89,418, which isn't terrible. It's still nearly 90,000 people, but it's not the numbers that I'm sure EA and BioWare were expecting, and we're also hearing rumors that 14% of Dragon Age the Veilguard physical retail orders were reportedly canceled ahead of release, and the total pre-orders were less than 200,000 from a retail chain with over 900 locations. We do not know this for certain. It is just a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt, but it wouldn't shock me to hear that there were a lot of orders canceled. Now, of course, this also is only physical, and we know about 80% of games sold are sold digitally now, but there is still a significant amount of people who buy physical. I try to buy physical whenever I can. I mean, even though I haven't particularly enjoyed the Veilguard, I still went out of my way to get a physical copy because I always try to. But at the end of the day, they just created a really bad product, and it seems that nobody really connected with it, except for the people who wanted to own the chuds, like the journos and their audiences. But George Yang at Rolling Stone reported on Halloween, with the Veilguard now complete, BioWare confirms that there are currently no plans for downloadable expansions, and he added, the developers' full attention has now shifted entirely to the new Mass Effect as their current project. And a subsequent report from Kat Bailey at IGN did detail that BioWare is not completely abandoning Veilguard following release, but will support the game with quality of life improvements and a handful of smaller content updates. Basically, we are going to fix any bugs and glitches that pop up, but we are not going to give you any more content, which I would understand. Again, if this was the plan initially, sure. I mean, we don't have confirmation that this wasn't their initial idea, but it just seems odd given how much you'd think they'd want to milk Dragon Age the Veilguard. I mean, we are talking about 9 years worth of development here. They began development originally back in 2015, so you'd think that while, yes, they put out, a game that you could play for 80 hours if you wanted to, they would also want to give extra content on top of that, but it doesn't sound like that is their plan, and given the game will not have any DLC, it calls into question EA CEO Andrew Wilson's bravado surrounding the game. During a recent earnings call, he touted that the game had breakout potential. Well, maybe it's changed over the past couple of weeks, but it seems that that is definitely not true. He told investors, it's an amazing time at EA, and in 2 days we will launch Dragon Age the Veilguard. It's been 10 years since we launched its predecessor, Game of the Year winner Dragon Age.
Wow, 10 years for the Veilguard.
And detail in niche
and making it a game for the LGBTQ plus gamers. Come on, what kind of? Maybe maybe they are the sacrificing kind. They sacrifice money, profits.
Critic scores are
just to make a game for the LGBTQ plus gamers. That is
basically never the same for these
wild, I guess.
I don't trust critic scores. That's why I want to play titles myself, and I recommend so many people do as well. But they do this thing where they tell investors, oh, it's got great early scores, yet the game ends up underperforming. The same thing just happened with Star Wars Outlaws, and this is why so many people, myself included, think critics are paid off, because if companies can go into investors' meetings and say the critic scores are amazing and that's why you should stick with us and that's why you should have faith in our products, why would they not try to manipulate the system? You cannot expect these people to be genuinely decent human beings. At the end of the day, they do want to make money. Well, unless you're a Bob Iger and you really want to push a specific agenda and you think, oh, it's okay because I've got a couple of big box office winners a year so it can make up for all the fails. But eventually, maybe there won't be so many fails, though. Someone like Andrew Wilson is clearly just in it for the money. So why would I trust that he's not going to manipulate the system and pay these critics to give more positive scores so at least he can spin it in some positive way to investors. It's just such a scummy system, the way that it's set up. And it seems that, yes, I mean, Dragon Age the Veilguard has not gone the way that they probably initially anticipated. You don't work on a game for nearly a decade and then say, well, it is what it is. We're setting it and we're forgetting it. No, you want to put extra time and extra effort into it. Yes, I get that it's an 80-hour game if you really take your time, but you'd think that they would be so attached to these characters, and it's been so long since we've gotten another Dragon Age that they'd want to, extend this experience as long as possible, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So
the good news, by the way, guys, even though, this
game will not
AAA game studios are now making games just for the LGBTQ plus gamers, it's okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that because guess what? There are a lot more other studios that are making games for the general audience.
Proven to focus more on identity
I guess
politics than providing a genuine
we should all go find these games and play them.
We can see it's even
We don't have to consume games that are not made for us. It's like you're complaining that Barbie is,
already as
Barbie is
complete
full feminism.
But that's all that I had to discuss in this video.
But it's not for us, so I guess we can't complain about that.
Give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support.
And if you don't want your dollars to
all again in the next video, really
be indoctrinated, you won't go and take them to see it as well. Let's see here. Let's go close this one.
Jason Schreier is one of
Okay. I'm not sure if that was gaming related, but let's go check out one more. How about this one from Fritanga? Peter Griffin in Dragon Age Veilguard cringe dialogue. Let's go see this one.
Thank you.
I've already seen this clip or this scene 100 times, but this is a new one because it has Peter Griffin in it. They turned the game into Family Guy.
She, her, and they, them, and then your gender is man, woman, non-binary. Love that. Love the inclusivity.
Still trying to get the hang of this. Okay, guys, tell me again. Now, which one do I press to shoot now?
Top surgery scars are also included in this for all of our trans and non-binary roots out there.
Milk, lemonade, around the corner, fudge is made.
What does that mean?
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman. And I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
Whoa, I knew he was gay. I didn't think he was that gay.
Non-binary.
Yeah, gay.
I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
Okay, so he wants to be a woman so he can be a lesbian?
The term for one whose gender does not match the one given to them at birth was a cunithlock.
Sounds the same.
Why do you have to keep picking at it? Why can't you just be happy?
So I'm supposed to struggle with who I am? Even if I don't feel like I fit? Even if I feel wrong?
Gay.
Yeah, gay.
You misunderstood.
Then say it better!
Why am I never enough for you?
Well, I'm sure your friend Peter would be happy to come along for moral support.
All right, but look, here's the deal. Anything he lops off, we get to bring home for Brian.
So, you do go all the way?
We'll be closing in 2 minutes.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barb.
Oh. Okay.
A barb? Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big drawn-out apologies. So, when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a barb. Oh, Tash isn't the first non-binary.
That is so stupid. Just say sorry.
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling a barb, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more.
Doesn't it make more sense to kill her?
Laura.
So this is where the first guy got AIDS. Peter...
I could kiss you right now.
I don't like it.
Kiss you.
I don't understand
right now.
what's happening. I need an adult. I need an adult. They shall witness my beneficence, as well as my wrath.
Shut up! You had your finger in my ass!
Antoine! The dragon trap! What needs to be done?
Fire feel like a part of you? Or I don't know, like something else inside you.
No, it has to be me.
Has to? What if it's not?
I'm sorry, but she is just awful. Is there any way, I mean, can we add like a topless scene or something?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We can? Oh, great. All right, we got a movie. I don't think you should go in there.
Stewie, no! Distracted.
I don't know what.
It's fine.
No!
Say you're sorry some more. That'll fix it.
No, you're right. I'm pulling a barf. 2,
We gotta get Joe
3.
back.
I hate my school. I hate everyone. I hate my life.
I've been at this for 45 minutes.
It's Meg!
Here's a Sylvia Plath book and a bottle of Ambien. I'm gonna look the other way, and whatever happens, happens.
Come on, Britanga. Why did you do that to me? Anyway, let's go give it a like. Also, there is nothing wrong in making memes about something that is funny. At least you think it's funny. But yeah, there's nothing wrong in making memes. If you think it's wrong, then maybe there's something wrong with you. Okay, so that was well, it's gaming related. Let's see this one. Oh, this one is a live stream by Heels Baby Face. Not going to watch it because it's gonna be super. Oh, how about this one? I can't do this anymore. Why? Why can't you do this anymore? Tell me why.
I woke up this morning, and so the first thing I did when I woke up...
Okay, so this is another Asmund Gold clip. It's just a clip.
About me nowadays, right? You get people writing articles about me getting banned on a subreddit. I said that apparently...
Yeah, because you're the man, dude. You're the man.
And then I said apparently the moderators over there believe my subreddit has an inferior culture which justifies banning all of this, disgusting the level of racism that you can get away with on Reddit nowadays. And so I'm sitting here reading a lot of the comments, and these people are like actually so fucking mad. People actually thought that I thought that the Dragon Age subreddit was being racist. How do you do this? What are you doing?
Guys, hold on to your butts. I'm about to take you on an adventure. Now, you're probably thinking it's just a bunch of trolls not getting the obvious joke. Well, let me present to you one of the finest places on the internet, r/YouTube drama.
But editor, why would we care about some niche community talking shit?
Well, let me show you. See this name? Rings any bells? Probably not. Well, for the last year, this person has been creating about 90% of the Asmongold hate threads on Reddit and absolutely stalking his every move. Here's a quick show reel.